Biography, Kwame Alexander. Kwame Alexander is an American poet who writes young adult novels in verse. This means he writes narrative stories through the structure of poetry. Of Ghanaian heritage, Alexander was born and raised in New York City, wrote many of his 35 books while living in Virginia, and now lives in London, England. He loves jazz music, his family, and writing. Originally, Alexander once turned off to reading at a young age and found it boring. However, he returned to a love of reading through exposure to and the study of poetry. Alexander's verse is semi-autobiographical. It reflects pieces of his own life. He says, I think, boys, we get a bad rap. I wanted to sort of shine light on this reality that boys in general, Black boys in particular, we smile, we laugh, we love, we cry, we hope, and we think like everyone else. And I think it's important for us to know and feel okay about it as boys. It's important and imperative for people, who are looking at us and interacting with us to know that as well. We are human. When talking about the crossover, Alexander says, ultimately, this is a book about basketball, but it's really about so much more. It's about family, brotherhood, friendship, and crossing from boyhood into manhood. Basketball was it was a frame. It was a way to sort of getting boys to pick up this book. It was a way to get girls excited about this book. It was what I remembered liking when I was 12 years old and would have loved to have had a book that dealt with this subject. Alexander uses many poetic structures and styles which encourage the reader to engage not only with the simple verse of a story about basketball, but with the deeper meanings and themes of the story. The crossover has now been turned into a Disney Plus TV series. Verse. Writing arranged with a metrical rhythm, typically having a rhyme. Imperative. Of vital importance.